Delivery drivers are out on the streets for what is the busiest holiday season ever.
So if you see one, you may want to take a moment and say thank you. And Channel 2 anchor Sophia Choi went behind the scenes and learned more deliveries mean more thefts.
It is definitely thieving season. Crooks are already on the lookout for packages on porches, with so many of us shopping online from COVID. Well, now with holiday gifts added into the mix, you know porch thieves are on the hunt.
What can you do other than the Ring doorbell so you can see who steals your stuff?
It's no laugh when it happens to you, and it's happening to more and more Metro Atlanta families. Take a look at this map. You see a red dot over Metro Atlanta. It shows where porch pirates are striking the most based on Google searches.
We analyzed over 300 search terms around package theft.
Bid on Equipment recently did this study, ranking Atlanta 15th highest in the nation. Some of those packages are coming from Amazon, where they're expecting unprecedented amounts of orders this holiday season.
It's expected to be Amazon's busiest holiday season yet.
We're delivering thousands and thousands of packages a day.
This is a behind-the-scenes look as drivers carefully choreograph the loading process. They deal with thousands of deliveries a day, even more now with holiday gifts on top of the household essentials families are ordering online during COVID. The virus is top of mind at Amazon.
This is just something that we have put first. We're making sure that everyone stays as safe as possible. It's a #1 priority for us in order to make sure that we're getting our customers their essential items, their holiday gifts, and anything else they could need right now.
Amazon says you can protect yourself from porch pirates by using the map tracking on its app or by using one of their lockers scattered around the metro area. The company hasn't announced a shipping deadline just yet.
I worry about last-minute shopping, how that's going to go.
Well, we know Amazon will be delivering right up through Christmas Eve. In Northwest Atlanta, Sophia Choi, Channel 2 Action News.
For local doctors, the COVID-19 vaccine could not come soon enough.
New at 5 o'clock, we found out when one hospital expects its first shipment.
Thank goodness there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
This doctor is explaining why she knows it's safe.
The first large-scale vaccine effort here in Georgia is underway. We're live in Savannah with the process.
Plus, one of the metro area's most popular malls is getting new safety measures after 6 shootings in 1 year.
I mean, I feel a lot more comfortable with metal detectors, honestly.
For the first time, we're seeing the security changes at Lenox Square. New at 5, live Team 2 coverage for the first public vaccinations in Georgia.
All as local healthcare workers reveal when they'll get the shot and why we should all trust it.
They would not approve it if it was not safe enough for human usage.
Plus, a winter weather advisory.
Severe Weather Team 2 is timing out possible ice accumulation.
Live, local, late-breaking. This is Channel 2 Action News at 5 p.m. Coverage you can count on.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Jovita Moore.
And I'm Jorge Estevez. We begin with the latest on the COVID-19 vaccine here in Georgia. In the last hour, you watched live right here on Channel 2 Action News as some of the first healthcare workers began getting vaccinations. This is in Savannah. In Metro Atlanta, local hospitals expect to get doses of the vaccine tomorrow. And there's positive news about the Moderna vaccine, the one tested right here at Emory University Hospital. The FDA could approve it by Friday.
All of this as Georgia reports another 4,860 confirmed cases of coronavirus in just the past 24 hours. Now, 5 of the last 6 days were above that 4,000 mark. We have live Team 2 coverage of the vaccine rollout with Channel 2's Carol Sbarge here in Atlanta. Tony Thomas live in Savannah.
We're going to begin this hour with Tony and those first widespread vaccinations. And Tony, you brought it to us live at the top of 4 o'clock.
That's right. It began about an hour ago here at Savannah's Candler Hospital, and the line is still here, right over here to your right. My left is where they're going in these little tented areas, getting their first of 2 shots. Over here, they're in holding, waiting for 10 minutes to make sure they don't have any immediate reaction to this all. And doctors and nurses here lined up down the hallway, waiting to get their first shot. How tough has this been on you personally?
Physically and emotionally draining.
That's why emergency room nurse David Wilson wanted to be one of the first in Georgia in line to get the Pfizer vaccine. Governor Brian Kemp and Health Director Dr. Kathleen Toomey stood by to watch as some of those first doses were given outside the Savannah Department of Health.
You know, we now see a light at the end of the tunnel.
The first 5,800 Georgia vaccine doses arrived here Monday night. By Tuesday afternoon, the first large-scale vaccination of healthcare workers was underway at Savannah's St. Joseph Candler Hospital. Cheers went up as the first employee got her shot. Dr. Toomey says nearly 80,000 more Pfizer doses and another 174,000 Moderna doses, once it's approved, are earmarked for the state. Metro Atlanta should get its first shipment, she says, within hours. But it all comes with a warning.
The general public will not be vaccinated for months, so we need everyone to hunker down.
For Nurse Wilson, this was an easy choice. He told me he's not worried about side effects except maybe a sore arm tomorrow.
I've heard that it's going to get sore. I can handle it.
Now, here's kind of the touchy part of this whole operation. This Pfizer vaccine has to be stored in very cold temperatures, can only be mixed for a short time. So they've been using this area right over here to mix their shots, and that's why it's a limited amount of people they can give it to at one time. But as you can see, they've gone through several shots, and they'll be continuing on for a while here. This is a scene that will start to happen across Metro Atlanta in the next day or two. Live in Savannah, Tony Thomas, Channel 2 Action News.
Tony, just thinking about all those healthcare workers and those families affected, just an incredible day. Thank you. In Georgia, healthcare workers and residents and staff in long-term care facilities will get the vaccine first. Next in line, essential workers. Also people who are over 65 with pre-existing conditions. It will be months, as the governor said, before the vaccine is available to most people here in Georgia.
So doctors in the metro area can only watch as the vaccinations happen down in Savannah. Their first chance to get the shot here comes tomorrow. Our live Team 2 coverage continues now with Channel 2's Carol Sbarge. She's live in Gwinnett County and tells us how one hospital is planning the rollout. Carol?
Well, Jovita, here at Eastside Medical Center, they've been told to expect a shipment sometime tomorrow. And I talked to one of the doctors who will be the first to get it here. She cannot wait.
Thank goodness there's a light at the end of the tunnel.
For frontline healthcare workers, it's been a very long tunnel. Dr. Jovita Moore started treating coronavirus patients at Eastside Medical Center in Snellville on March 13th.
Back in March, it was really, really frightening because we had no idea how to treat COVID. We had no idea what it was about.
They've learned a lot since then and seen the benefits of some treatments on patients. They've also seen loss. Dr. Cody will be one of the first at our hospital to get the Pfizer vaccine.
I'm really excited to be able to set an example for everyone else and just to kind of let everyone know that the frontline workers are ready to take the vaccination.
Dr. Cody says while the vaccine came out quickly, she has great confidence in it.
The FDA would not approve something that was not safe with minimal side effects in this short of a time. They would not approve it if it was not safe enough for human usage.
She says as she and others who get the vaccine keep treating coronavirus patients, it'll give an extra level of protection beyond all the PPE they wear. It's been months of seeing patients who've recovered and some who have died.
It gets me choked up just thinking about it now.
And right now, they don't know how many of the workers here will be able to get the vaccine in that first round because they just don't know yet how many doses they will be receiving. Live in Snellville, Carol Sbarge, Channel 2 Action News.
Carol, interesting to hear doctors' perspective on this. It reminds us of why this vaccine is important. Thank you. George?
Jovita COVID-19 vaccine tested right here in Metro Atlanta is next to be considered now for emergency use authorization in the U.S. for people 18 and older. An FDA advisory panel says the Moderna vaccine shows a favorable safety profile that's 94.5% effective. 2 doses would be required at least 1 month apart. Adverse reactions are pain at the injection site, fatigue, headache, muscle and joint pain, chills, and swollen lymph nodes. You'll remember Moderna held trials for this vaccine at Emory University. For the most up-to-date news and information on COVID-19, this historic vaccine rollout, check out WSBTV.com or also the Channel 2 News app. We're updating that information 24/7. And, by the way, when the Moderna vaccine gets FDA approval, we'll make sure to send you an alert. And just in time for the busy holiday shipping season, Consumer Advisor Clark Howard says companies like UPS could see delays as your packages compete with COVID-19 vaccine shipments. That's in our next half hour. Right now, though, we're talking about the chance that we could see ice overnight for some of us.
Chief Meteorologist Glenn Burns is in Severe Weather Center 2 with the winter weather advisory. Glenn?
Indeed, this is from the National Weather Service this afternoon. All of these counties that are highlighted in the pink here in the winter weather advisory. It goes into effect at midnight tonight, although I think the brunt of the precipitation moves in around dawn tomorrow. I don't think we'll be in much jeopardy tonight. That continues until noon on Wednesday. So freezing rain can be expected here. And you say up to about 1/10 of an inch, and you say that doesn't sound like a lot, just 1/10 of an inch. It does not take much to create a travel nightmare when you get that on the road. You just can't drive on ice, of course, as we all know, and that could accumulate on trees. It could accumulate on power lines. Power lines could go down. We could have some power outages. So I just want you to be weather aware tomorrow. I'll be here through the evening hours to keep you informed. And meteorologist Brad Nitz up at 4:30 tomorrow morning with the latest situation. And we do expect difficult travel in this area. I'll outline the timing for you when we can expect the rain and the freezing rain to roll on in. That's in my forecast. I'm updating that in just a few minutes.
Glenn, thank you. Now, hours after his official Electoral College victory here in Georgia, President-elect Joe Biden is campaigning in Atlanta for the two Democrats running in the two Senate runoffs. In the last hour, Biden rallied supporters at the Pratt Pullman Yard in Northeast Atlanta. And right after he stepped off that stage, the president-elect went right to a one-on-one interview with Channel 2's Richard Elliot. This happened just about 20 minutes ago. Richard joins us live now. Richard.
Yeah, we just got back to our truck after talking with the president-elect just a few minutes ago here at the Pullman Yards. This was after, as you said, he spoke at that rally in support of Democratic Senate candidates Jon Ossoff and Raphael Warnock. Biden told me just about 20 minutes ago that these two races are crucial. Winning these two races, he says, are crucial to him, to his administration, so that he can get some of his agenda passed. Here's some of what he said to me.
Well, it'll make a great deal of difference. If we win both these races, it's 50-50, and the vice president breaks tie votes. So we'll be in a position where we have a much better chance of making sure we get the COVID initiative I put forward and get 300 million plus Americans vaccinated. We're going to work very hard to get the kind of funding we need to keep people on their jobs and unemployment insurance and rent and the like. Plus, there's a number of other things on the agenda. So it would make life easier. And I think we have a real shot at it.
And back live now here again. We spoke with him just about 20 minutes ago. In addition to that, we also talked about his administration's planned response to COVID-19. We talked about vaccines, and we also talked about his desire to start to unite the country. We're working to put all of that together. We'll have that for you coming up on Channel 2 Action News at 6. We are live in DeKalb County. Richard Elliot, Channel 2 Action News.
Richard, thank you. We'll see you at 6 o'clock. Now, the Trump campaign sent us a statement in regards to the president-elect's visit. It says, in part, Georgia Senators David Perdue and Kelly Loeffler are proven solid conservative leaders, strong allies of President Trump, who deserve to be returned to Washington. As voters become engaged in the crucial January 5th runoff elections, keeping a Republican majority in the Senate is an important goal on which all Republicans should agree.
Police body cam video reveals the moments right after a controversial shooting in Georgia. New today that claims that this proves one of the suspects is lying.
New safety measures after several shootings at one of Georgia's most popular malls.
What's going on? It makes me want to be, more safe with the kids, and I even get a little bit nervous taking them out sometimes.
For the first time, we're showing you the security measures now in place at Lenox Square. Plus,
a precious toddler who police say was killed by her babysitter. New this hour, the babysitter's friends say she loved children.